Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meet the Teachers Night. I'm Mrs. Grasso, and I am a history teacher here at Norton High School. So let's get to know me. This is my 11th school year here, and I'm originally from Wareham, Massachusetts. I'm the daughter of two teachers. My dad was a history teacher turned shop teacher, and my mother was a home ec teacher who then ended her career teaching 5th grade. So I feel like I've been around school talking about teaching for my entire life. My husband is a math teacher here in the building. We live in town, and we have two children, Grant, who is a kindergartner this year, and my daughter, Marina, who is 3. So you'll probably see us everywhere, is what I always say. So I teach 3 different types of history courses. I teach World History 2, which is a freshman class. And if you're in this section, you're either in my A, D, or E block classes. Each group is pretty small, but very diverse. We cover a variety of topics. One thing that's different about this year is that I typically like to do a lot of simulations with active role play, and it's been difficult to adapt some of those instructional techniques to this COVID-safe environment. So we're doing the best we can to keep it interactive, but also keep it on task and keep it safe. So some of the topics that we do this year and that we've already done are the French Revolution, Congress of Vienna, imperialism, causes of World War I, dictators, World War II, Cold War, and we do modern times. We do a dive into different world nations and try to really get, different perspectives. I predominantly use Google Classroom to communicate different remote materials and assignments. So if you haven't already joined, these are the join codes for the Google Classrooms. If you are on SchoolBrains, I have invited you to receive Guardian summaries. And if you're not getting any of that information and you want to be part of it, please email me so we can start to figure out how to communicate what's going on. Typically, you will find on Google Classroom a remote assignment with directions given, with information that we're doing in class. What we do in class is a lot, again, of discussion and interactive things, notes, small assignments, just quick check-ins, whereas a lot of what would traditionally have been homework or even classwork assignments are being done at home because they require less direct instruction. So if you ever have a question about any remote work or anything that's going on in class or at home, again, feel free to reach out. Students do not have textbooks issued to them. I'm going to move me up here. Because the textbooks we have, they are a bit outdated, and honestly, the materials that we can convey using more modern techniques, such as, digital notes, videos, and things like that, just are more suited. However, if you would like a textbook, you want one issued to you, you would like to borrow one from the school and return it at the end of the year, always reach out. I always say there's plenty of them in the book room. We do have unit packets with materials. Although we have moved to a predominantly digital platform, I still am providing notes and handouts that are to be collected. I personally am from the school that you have to write to learn, so kind of keeping up with those techniques. There's limited homework on days that we do meet. However, there are assignments obviously remotely. And again, we have those classroom codes. This QR code here is to my website, which has all different links to 2-week plans of what we're doing, unit plans, curriculum maps, places to email me, extra help, and other materials. So if you're in world history, that was you. We're moving on to a different class that I teach, which is sociology. So sociology is a course that's an elective, and it's a half year, and it's for juniors and seniors predominantly, and it is covering different topics about the world around us. Sociology is all about that study of society. So a lot of times students who take psychology are super into it. They find that sociology is a nice complement to that course because it covers why groups of people do things opposed to just the individual. So we study the sociological perspective, which is kind of just organizing how we think about society and how sociology is truly studied. We then move on to culture, deviance, racism, and the study of gender and sexuality. So all of these different studies are looked at again as a whole. Like, why do people stress the desire for material items? How does language come about? What are proper reactions to certain behaviors? And what happens if we don't act appropriately to things that are considered to be not normal? So it's one of my most favorite courses to teach. I've been teaching it since I started here at Norton High, and it was something I definitely studied in college. So this is a discussion-based class that has projects and tests and quizzes. Sometimes we would observe other students. Sometimes we still will, again, at a distance. We do a lot of the research pieces at home because we can observe television programming and things like that, because a lot of what we have in our own society is based off of or mimicking what we see in popular culture. So we'll be talking a bit about that. Again, if you have questions about sociology, please feel free to email me or hit up this QR code, which is the link to my website, which has all the links to all the other things on it. And my last class, Google Classroom. Here's a Google Classroom code for sociology. And the last class I teach is AP Euro. So I have one section of AP Euro this year. And it is quite an interesting course to teach because I feel like a lot of students outside of the world history don't have a lot of background knowledge in most things that are occurring in Europe. So AP Euro is a one-year course that covers from the late Middle Ages to the present day of several European nations. So we are moving fast. We are getting through a lot of different rulers and wars and events that happen because, we focus on United States history a lot, and even that is broken up into two parts, and it's only one nation. Here we're tackling so many countries, so many different diverse perspectives, and we also have to incorporate all those cultural things into our studies as well. So like I said, we move incredibly fast, but it is a joy to teach, and it is so wonderful to see students who love history find different interests in different nations and spark conversations and relating all the things that occur in our world back to the past and then moving that to the present day. So yes, we do focus a lot on art as it states because art is a very important piece of history, and the AP Euro exam always highlights it. So here's just a quick overview of what we've been doing or where we're going. So we start with the Middle Ages, we start with the late Middle Ages and the Renaissance, and then we move into absolutism. We do 17th century. We talk about old regimes of the 18th century, like those are considered to be conservative regimes, moving into Enlightenment, the French Revolution, liberalism versus conservatism in the age of Metternich, nation state building, World War I, World War II, all of the different things that encompass European history. But again, remember, we're going through nations. We usually do it by time period. And then before we know it, it's May and it's test time. I've been getting a lot of questions about what the AP exam is going to look like, especially after last year. So currently the AP board has stated that the test is going to look like a traditional test, not the 2019 test. However, just like the previous years with the 55 multiple choice, the short answers, the DBQ, and the long response essay. I don't know if that's going to change if the way things are going changes. However, as of right now, we are preparing for a traditional AP exam in May. This is the classroom code to the Google Classroom for AP Euro. So again, if you want to sign up for parent summaries, if you have any questions about this, please let me know. And this last bit here is just a look at my Google site. So my extra help time period is on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:45 until 3:15. So you can click the link that's on that website and it'll pop up into a link so you can have a video chat with me. If you want to have a private conference with me, please feel free to email me. I'm pretty available after school. I would be happy to talk with you one-on-one about any of your questions or concerns. I'm also obviously available via email. So if you want to email me at any point, I'd be happy to respond to you. Otherwise, that's me. I hope you guys all have a great school year, and I'm looking forward to helping support your children be successful.